Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ekbereka. Thank you so much for all your support. Today we'll be making this blouse. This is for the front. It's going to be cut as off shoulders blouse, but it's shoulder blouse. I will use band to replace the shoulder. It's minus 5 inches. I will use 5 inches to replace it. Then but I need some allowance to join it, so it's 5.5 on fold. So 5.5, when you open it, is 11 inches. Half on this side and half on this side, same allowance. So this is for the front and this is for the back. So I'm going to call the front one minus 5 off shoulders. I'll put this is starting line. I'll put 5 inches on this line. This is 5 inches here. This is 9 inches chest line or bust line. This is 10.5 inches. Bust point I'm working with is 10 inches plus half inch seam allowance 10.5. This is under bust measurement. Under bust I'm working with is 14 inches plus half inch seam allowance is 14.5. This is waistline, half length 17 inches, and seam allowance to join it to the lower parts. This fabric is folded with the biggest measurement, which is bust measurement. Bust measurement I'm working with is 46 inches. 46 divided by 4 is 11.5 plus 3 to 4 inches seam allowance. 15.5. So this is 15.5. I have enough. The fabric is folded into 2. I also have the main fabric inside, and this is the line I want to mark on the lining. So I'm going to mark my bust palm measurement. My bust palm measurement is 9 inches. 9 inches divided by 2, because the fabric is folded into 2, is 4.5 plus half inch seam allowance to join it is 5 inches. So I'll mark 5 inches. 5 inches. I'll connect the line. I'm going to mark the darts. Waistline, half inch on both sides. Under bust, 1 inch on both sides. Up here, I'll mark 1 inch on both sides. So I'll connect the line. If you are using straight ruler, you go up by ½ inch and come down by ½ inch. So I'm going to connect the line. So here I'll mark ½ inch. From this bust point, I'll go up by ½ inch. Bust point, I'll mark ½ inch here because I'm using straight ruler, but if I'm using this, I'll just curve it. But I'll mark ½ inch. This is bust point. I'll cut down by ½ inch because I'm using straight ruler. I'll connect it to under bust. So from the under bust, I'll connect it to waistline. Now I'm going to mark the measurements. The bust measurement I'm working with is 46. 46 divided by 4 is 11.5. 11.5 plus ½ inch that I'll cut out here. What I have here is ½ inch. 12 inches, 11 plus half, 12 inches, plus 3 inches seam allowance. Waist measurement I'm working with is 40 inches. 40 divided by 4 is 10, plus these 2 inches that I'm going to cut off here. 12 inches, 3 inches seam allowance. I'll connect the line. I'm going to mark the neck width. You can use 4 inches, 5 inches, 4.5. I'm going to use 5 inches. So I'll mark 5 inches. 5 plus these 2 inches that I'm going to cut off is 7 inches. Plus 1 inch seam allowance to join it is 8 inches. So I'll mark 8 inches here. This blouse is an off-shoulders blouse, but I'm going to replace the shoulder with band. This is the band that I'm going to use. It's 5 inches by 11 inches. You can use 4 inches by 11 inches or 6 inches by 11 inches, but I'll use 5 inches by 11 inches. So 11 inches is because the off-shoulders is -5 inches plus half inch seam allowance. 5 inches plus half inch seam allowance, 5.5. 5.5 when you open it is 11 inches because half inch on both sides is for seam allowance, front and back. So I'll put it here. I'll put it on the neck width here. So now I'm going to connect my armhole. Not off shoulders armhole, normal armhole. So I'm going to cut it. This neckline, if you want, you can leave it straight, or you can make it sweetheart neck or V, shallow V. So but I'll come down by 1.5 inch. I'll connect it to this line. Or sweetheart neck. So now I'm going to cut it. So I've cut it. Lining. This is the main fabric, and this is the lining. This is for the back. Zip allowance 1.5 inches. All my measurement will start from this line. This is starting line. It's off shoulders blouse -5 inches on this line because it's -5. So to this line is 10 inches. Back that starts from 9 inches, or your chest line you go down by 1 inch. So my chest line I came down by 1 inch. This is 10 inches. My chest line is 9 inches. From this line to this center line is 4.5 inches, half of my bust span measurements. I marked half inch on both sides and connected it to this line. So now I'm going to mark the measurement. Nine inches bust line or chest line, So my bust measurement is 46. 46 divided by 4 is 11.5 plus 3 inches seam allowance is 14.5. When I finish, I'll cut out the seam allowance that I don't want. Waist measurement is 40. 40 divided by 4 is 10 inches plus this 1 inch, 11 inches plus 3 inches seam allowance, 14 inches. I'll connect it. So on this starting line, I'll mark the neck width. Neck width of 5 inches. Is front neck width and back neck width must be the same. So I'm going to use this to replace the off shoulders because this is -5 off shoulders. So I will replace it with 5 inches plus half inch seam allowance, 5.5. Because it's front and back, I have 11 inches front and back. So half inch on this side for seam allowance and half inch for this side on seam allowance. So 5.5, 5.5, 11 inches. So I'll put it here. On this 5 inches. Then from here, I will now curve my armhole. So now I'm going to cut it. Oh, sorry, I'm going to cut it. Please, this line is half length, 17 inches, half length, and seam allowance to join it to the lower part. I'm going to cut it. So when I finish, I'll trim off the seam allowance that I don't want. Although 2 inches is okay for back side. So this is what I have. The main fabric and lining. Main fabric, lining. Sorry, I knew that my waist measurement was 40 inches, so I used 40 inches waist measurement to cut the upper part of the blouse, but I just measured myself is 39 inches, so I'm going to use 39 inches to cut the lower part of the blouse. Then when I will shape the upper part of the blouse, I will use 39 inches as my waist measurement to shape it. I want to cut the lower part of the blouse, the peplum. To get the length, you will minus the upper part of the blouse from the full length of the blouse. The upper part is 17 inches and the full length is 26 inches. 17 minus 26 is 9 inches. I'll add 1 inch seam allowance, have to turn it with lining and have to join it to the upper part, which is 10 inches. The length of the peplum that I'm going to cut today will be 10 inches. So to get the waist radius, you will use your waist measurement. Today I'm going to use 1800 degree peplum. 1800 degree peplum is 360 degree peplum times 5. So I'm going to divide my waist measurement by 5. My waist measurement plus my seam allowance divided by 5. The waist measurement I'm working with is 39 inches. I'm going to use like 6 inches for seam allowance, 2 inches for zip allowance, 4 inches to join it, because I'll join it with ½ inch. But if you want to join yours with 1/4 inch, 3 inches is okay for your zip allowance and your joining allowance. So 39 plus 6 is 45. So I will divide 45 into 5 because I'm going to cut 5 circles. So 45 divided by 5 is 9 inches. 9 inches is waist measurement for 1 circle. So 9 inches divided by 6.28. 6.28 is 2 pi. 2 pi is formula for full circle. 9 divided by 6.28 is 1.4. So I'm going to fold my fabric. The length of the peplum that I'm going to cut is 10 inches. 9 inches length after sewing, 1 inch seam allowance, have to turn it with lining and have to join it to the upper part, which is 10 inches. So 1.4 plus 10 inches is 11.4. So I'll take 12 inches, I'll fold it into 2. Into 2. On this side, I'll mark 12 inches also. I'll fold it. So I'm going to mark the waist radius here and the length. So I'll mark 1.4. The length 10 inches. I'll check what I have from the upper part here. I'll check what I have to this length. 10 inches, 11.4. I'll connect it. So I'll cut it. So this is what I have. I'll cut 4 of these to make it 5 for lining. Then main fabric, I'll cut 5 for main fabric. This is the main fabric. I have interfacing on it, medium weight interfacing. I have 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I will open it. I'll do the same to the remaining ones. I also have 5 of this. This is the lining. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll open it. I've joined the lining and the main fabric together. 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I'll do next is to join them together. I top stitch to this side, and also on this side I stopped here top stitching. So I'll open it, open the seam, I'll open the seam also, lining to lining, main fabric to the main fabric. I'll join it. I'll do the same to the rest. This is the front part. I'll join it together. I have interfacing on the main fabric. This is the wadding. I'll join it together. I'll do the same on the lining. This is for the back. This is the main fabric, the lining. So I'll go and sew the dart. I'll do the same on the main fabric also. I've sewn that to the back once, also on the main fabric. I press it. So what I'll do next is to join the lining and the main fabric together. Right side together. So this is the band. I'll sew it on the neckline. I have notch here for zip allowance, and another notch is neck width 5 inches. So I'll pin it here. This side will face the armhole. Right side together. I'll join it together with half inch seam allowance. I'll do the same on this one. I've sewn it together. I top stitch the neckline. I also stitch the two sides with half inch seam allowance. So what I'll do next is to press it. I did the same on this side. Giving it a good press. I also held zip allowance with gather stitches. So this is what I have now. Zip will be here. So I want to join this to the front one. This is the front one. I joined the three together. I also did the same to the lining. So this is the right side. Right side together. I'll pin it here. I'll pin it here. I'll also pin this on this side. Right side of the lining, right side. So I'll sew the neckline. So I've stitched them together. So what I'll do next is to top stitch the neckline on this side. I'll put the seam on this side and top stitch the neckline. After that, I'll sew this side. I've top stitched the neckline. I also close this side. So what I'll do next is to shape the blouse. I'll take the measurement and shape the blouse. Then I'll give it a good press. I've shaped the blouse. What I'll do next is to remove the gather stitches and join it to the lower parts. I've sewn them together, the 5. I've stitched it together. So I used gather stitches to hold this line, the main fabric and the lining. I used gather stitches to hold it. So what I'll do next is to join it to the upper part of the blouse. So I've removed the gather stitches. I'll join the lower parts to the upper parts. I'll sew them together. Midpoint. I'll get midpoint on this one. This is the midpoint here. I'll put them together. So I'll use half-inch seam allowance to join them together. Join the lower parts and the upper parts together. The estay that I use on the Peplum is medium weight estay. Medium weight interfacing, the fabric one, but medium weight. So this sleeve, this band, no interfacing on it because it's not the soft one. The African prints, some are soft, some are not soft. This one is not the soft one. So the estay that I use on the bust side is soft one. Soft estay on the bust part and medium weight on the lower part, medium weight estay. So what I'll do next is to fix this zip and fix the sleeve. After that, I will use bias to tidy up all this rough edge. After fixing the sleeve, I'll use bias to tidy up the rough edges also. This is the sleeve. It's puff sleeve. I have video on how to make this sleeve. I'll put the link in the description and also on the comment section. You can use any sleeve of your choice, circle sleeve, basic sleeve, puff sleeve, any sleeve of your choice. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.